So banks may change drastically. Instead of banks controlling everything directly, large tech companies, crypto firms, and Wall Street networks may become the new financial gatekeepers. So your future bank might look more like an app, a wallet provider, a token platform, or a giant financial tech corporation, rather than the traditional neighborhood bank. Oh boy. The economy may become more automated. This system allows automatic contracts, automatic payments, automatic investing. Oh, and people are going to love this. People are going to love this. Okay. Automatic investing, automatic debt collection, automatic importing, AI managed financial systems. That's important because that it's going to turn nefarious. And that's what this whole new world order is about. It's about efficiently oppressing the hell out of you, right? Example, your paycheck, bills, taxes, subscriptions, and investments could all happen automatically through programmable money. Convenient, yes, but also it gives systems more direct control over financial life. Revelations 13:16. Need I say more? Need I say more? Because that's the control grid. Never Revelations 13:15 on to 18 was the elite economic takeover, which is gonna and people gonna have to make a choice to choose between, essentially to opt into this, you gotta worship the beast. I mean, you gotta give credence to the beast. You gotta agree with the standard in the world that they're setting. And that's diabolical because it's anti-Hamashiach. Okay. Um, and trust me, if you against it in any way, shape, or form, they're gonna press you. They're gonna press you because they're gonna have AI managed financial systems. Uh, and they're gonna be able to what? They're gonna be able to freeze your account. Prices and inflation could become stranger. Tokenization itself does not automatically destroy the dollar, but it could create faster speculation, more digital asset bubbles, more interconnected markets, more uh, vol- vol- why can I say this right now? Volatility. I can't say it, and I heard that word 1,000 times. All right, it's an economic term. Of course, right? So it says if every if everything trades 24/7 digitally, markets can react instantly to fear, panic, news, and AI trading. Oh boy, that can make economic swings faster, and it's gonna be the worst type of type of deal, man. All right, manipulation is gonna be at an all time high. Okay, the deeper concern because it's gonna be a transfer of wealth. Absolutely, it's going to take the power out of the average day person's hands, and it's going to put it in these elitist hands, elite Edomites. Okay, the deeper concern people have, and a lot of people think this is not just about better technology. They think it is about building a fully digital economic system where all transactions are visible. That's exactly what they want. All assets are digitized, right? And when um, Aaron Russo was having that discussion with one of the Rothschilds or Rockefeller, I forget it, but the apostles always go into it, especially Apostle Gabar. All right, they all go into it. Okay, Salakia. They've been pointing this out for a very long time, and now it's here. Okay, so all assets are digitized. Access to money depends on system permission. Important. Okay, because you're gonna have to have permission. And have you been a good citizen today? All right. Have you been a thriving citizen? All right. Then they're gonna be asking questionnaires like that in these apps. All right. This is why people bring up CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, surveillance concerns, programmable money, social credit fears, because the technology could theoretically you may spend money here, but not there. Uh-oh. Your account access is restricted. That is the extreme fear scenario people debate. In one sentence, the financial world, is trying to upgrade money into a fully digital programmable system that is faster and more efficient, but also potentially far more centralized and trackable than cash-based society. How does Revelations 13:15-18 play a role in all this? Can a connection be made? Of course, without even asking a question, without you know, this definitely is what it is. John saw it. The John the Revelator saw it. Okay, and now it's become more clear. It's become quite more clear. Many people draw a connection between modern digital finance systems and Book of Revelations 13:15-18, because that passage describes a system where economic participation becomes tied to submission to a centralized power. Come on. At this point, you can't even lie no more. So very soon we're gonna see these camps, these Israelite camps, they're gonna have to say something. All right. They're gonna have to say something. Okay. People could not buy or sell. The passage says, in summary, people could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is gonna be an RFID chip. Okay. That's the thing they're not letting you essentially they're not promoting so much, or it's not the face of everything right now. Okay, that's how they normally do things when they stringing you along, when they pulling you in. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to give me the digital ID. So when people see digital IDs, oh, right, people could not buy or sell unless they had the mark associated with the beast and its system. So when people see digital IDs, programmable money, centralized digital currencies, biometric payment systems, tokenized economies, AI surveillance, financial blacklisting capability, they naturally think, could technology take Revelations 13 economically possible on a global scale? That is the core connection being made. Okay. Obviously, if you're paying attention, okay. This is why people connect it to digital currency. Historically, enforcing a global buy or sell restriction would have been extremely difficult. Cash is physical, barter exists, local trade exists, right? And so what they're doing is eliminating that, because they want absolute control over what you buy and sell, and they want to know what you're buying and selling. But with a fully digital system, because the selling part is what the merchants who got a simple Etsy account. You're selling your stuff, you're selling your merch. You got people that sell their merch. They got content, and then they sell their merch. Well, guess what? Okay, that's all part of it. This is all part of it. It says but with a fully cashless physical barter exists, local trade exists. They want to get rid of that. So, but with a fully digital system, accounts can be monitored, transactions can be blocked, access can be revoked instantly, and identities can be linked to wallets. Important. Identities can be linked to wallet. And based on your identity, all right, they can control whether they freeze your account or not, whether you buy or whether you sell. And it's going to be based on what it says, the next one, compliance. All right, can be automated. So technologically speaking, modern systems may make the mechanisms described in Revelation, not Revelations, Revelation far easier to imagine. But an important distinction, no mainstream evidence proves that Bitcoin, tokenization, crypto, or digital banking are the market of beast. They don't have to say they're the market of beast. That was the term that the prophet made. Okay, that moves into interpretation and theology. See, here we go. Here we go. But most people already know. Okay, you can't pull the wool over, everybody's eyes. Okay, so the strongest thematic. So you should separate what the text explicitly says from modern speculation and how it could manifest. Okay, whatever. This is the strongest thematic parallels people point to: economic control, revelation, restriction on buying and selling, modern concern, digital financial exclusion, frozen accounts, centralized monetary control. Universal system. Revelation describes broad global influence, which we see. Modern trend, because it's going to be a world thing. What do you think they have in these deals and these sit downs about? How they coming into the new world, this great reset, the fourth industrial revolution. All right, and this is going to sweep society, and a lot of people aren't going to be ready for what happens. As the scriptures say, the prudent man foreseeth the evil. Let me just do it like this: foreseeth. Oh man, it might not. Nope. Here, let's see. I know what Proverbs. There we go. Bear with me for a second. Oh boy, they playing with me, man. Come on now. Let's see. Yeah, Proverbs 22:3. It says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished." Right. So a prudent man, meaning what? A man that's wise. He sees beyond. All right. He can see into the future through examination, through circumspection. Okay. All right. And like we clearly can see how these things are coming together and unfolding. Okay. So we foresee the evil and hideth himself. How do we hide ourselves? All right. Through the name of the Most High, Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay. Because that's where our protection lies. All right. And through him, we receive all these, all the things that take care of us. Okay. So most people, they're going to trust in the system. And it says, but the simple pass on and are punished. And those are the ones that disregard the wisdom. Okay. They just simply disregard the wisdom. Okay. So another scripture here in Ephesians, I'm not going to try to close it out in a second. It says Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Yeah, we're coming into times like none other. Okay, there's rapid changes, and not for any benefit of the average person. Okay, this is solely for the benefit of the elite class, and they want people to be perpetual slaves, and they're able to accomplish this feat, as we can see. And this is what they've been marveling or salivating at the mouth for at least a few hundred years. Okay. So walking circumspectly meaning you're seeing everything that's going on around you, not as the fool would, because the fool wouldn't even care. He doesn't care for what's going on around him. But it's wise, redeeming the time, and you buying back the time because the days are evil. Wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, because this is inevitable. This is inevitable. There's nothing, no protesting, no nothing you can do to stop this, because this is what needs and has to be done for this place to go. All right. And it's on its way. It's on its way. Okay. One more precept and then I'm gonna close. Um, let's see here. I just had it. Yeah, I just lost it. I don't know. I don't know why. But I guess, we can leave it at that, As you can see, Revelations 13:15, In fact, let's just get that. We'll end on that one. Yeah, because a lot of people thought this was impossible. All right. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, meaning the standard, the icon, the likeness, all right, of that Roman Empire, because they had goals and things that they want to implement, okay, in that ancient Roman Empire, which was ultimately it was control, you know, and so it, as we could see now, all right, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? They have power to give unto that image, okay, and as you can see that it's I don't want to use the term living, but for lack of better words, it is living, as you can see, with AI, the emergence of AI, data centers, and all of these things being put into place. All right. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, meaning to be cut off in any way. Right. So if you don't give credence, if you don't like how things are being ran, you don't like the standard in society in which they're presenting to you, you can be cut off in any way, in any form. All right. And that means, yeah, you can actually be put to death, because that's where it's going. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive and mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. And so they're not openly saying, the chip is the centerpiece of all of this, but it's within the inner workings of everything. Okay. It's within the inner workings of everything, man. All right. What they're presenting is just the frameworks, and now they're implementing it. All right. Okay. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay. Here's wisdom: let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 score and 666. Chi Psi Stigma. Okay. Which stigma is like in Slovakia. Do this. It's a mark made on skin by burning with a hot iron. Okay. And essentially that's what this is going to be. It's like a branding. It's their brand. Okay. And that's the UPC, Universal Product Code. Because now everything, tokenization, is dealing with the UPC, making everything uh, uh, a digital asset that you can put on a blockchain, that you can monitor, from trees to any resource that they want, water. All right. All of that's going to be put on the blockchain, and it's going to be diabolical. Okay. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.